Back on trail, US 19 East, Mooreland Gap, shelter 17.7. I was thinking of aiming there, but because of getting breakfast and everything, I'm not getting on trail until after 9. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it that far. There's campsite options before there, which might make it like a 16-mile day versus like a 17.7-mile day. We'll just see, reassess as we get through the day. I think the overall terrain and stuff is supposed to be relatively mild compared to what we've been going over. All the way to Damascus, I think, over the next couple of days, it's supposed to be kind of mild terrain. Might be able to push some decent miles. We'll see though. We'll see what it looks like as we go through the day. The uphill's nice and gradual, but it's definitely humid and warm. The grass is all wet. But it looks beautiful out here. Yeah, the trail's been really nice. I think it should stay like this most of the way all the way to Damascus. Just short, gradual, ups and downs. Kind of changes between walking through those grasses, open fields, to suddenly you're kind of in this pine foresty area. And I've been sucking down a lot of water this morning. Luckily there's been plenty available. So I was like, I might as well, while I got it, just keep down in the water. There we go, 400. Excellent. Well, I just came down from there. AT continues that way. And there's a split off here for Jones Falls. I hear this might be worth it. Maybe just a .1 down that way, and I can hear him off in the distance. So let's go check out the falls. Well, here's the falls. Yeah, this is where it's coming out, a little side trail. And now we're following alongside the Elk River for a little bit. It's such a cool, beautiful area. Just low-level terrain, just easy grades up and down. Very easy to walk. This is just one of those perfect spots on a perfect day. All I need is a fly fishing rod. We're right on the side of the trail here at Mountaineer Falls, and then right around the corner, like point 2, is the Mountaineer Falls shelter. We'll take a break there. This little falls up there, that's all we got. A little something. And we'll continue on. There's the Mountaineer Falls shelter. We'll take a break here, rest up, stretch my legs, get some snacks. And we're done with our break. I'd like to get to the next shelter today, but I think it's a little over 9 miles from here, and it's already like 2 o'clock, I think, and I'm still averaging like 2 miles an hour. So it might be kind of late if I push it all the way to that place. There's tenting options before we get there, so I'm just gonna play it by ear every time I get to one of the next tenting options, or just see if I've got like another mile or so in me to go to the next one, and then another mile or so to go to the next one. We'll see how far we can get, maybe all the way to the shelter. I don't really need to push it. I can got backup plans. I can spread the distance over the next couple of days to get ourselves till we hit Damascus. We'll just see how far we get. Well, ever since that last shelter break, my legs and feet have been feeling really good, so I've just been like putting my head down and just moving as fast as I can. So I still got like, I don't know how many miles, a bit, but for now I'm feeling good. Terrain's kind of the same still, not many views. We're just kind of lower elevation, little ups, little downs. Still pushing towards the shelter, potentially, if I'm still feeling good by that point. I was just gonna say, it is totally silent, and I haven't seen another hiker in over 2 hours. And I think I'm slowly coming up on the backup campsite that I would stay at if I feel like I'm not gonna make it to the shelter. Right now I feel like I will make it to the shelter, but it's still like 3 miles away or so. And it's super quiet still. Anyway, just trudging along. Legs and feet are still feeling good, so I'm just keeping up the rhythm. Doing good. It's just one of those days where I feel like I can just cruise. If I had started at like 7 in the morning, I'm curious to see how many, like if I really tried to push myself and wanted to do like 25 miles or something crazy like that. You know, this could have been one of those days where I could have pushed it, but we'll save that for later at least. Hardcore cascades. Very hardcore. Cascading. Alright, I'm like a half a mile away from the shelter, and yeah, my feet are done. I'm gonna be ready to stop. This is gonna be enough for today. We're almost there. Made it to the Mooreland Gap shelter. I think there's like 2 tents around. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet. I guess I'll have the whole place to myself. Yeah, I'm tired. Built in 1960. Good morning. Heading out of the shelter around 7 o'clock or so. Yeah, yesterday's final push to the shelter was kind of rough. It was funny, like the last couple clips before getting to the shelter, I was like talking about how I felt really good and how many miles I could possibly do that day and stuff, but then like as soon as I hit like 17 and a half, 18 miles, that last like mile coming in was just like I was done. And then made it to the shelter. I was trying to stay super quiet because there were some people there already set up in like hammocks and tents and stuff. So that's why I didn't really say anything for the last couple of clips at the shelter. But now, I do want to mention the dinner I had was something brand new, I guess, some brand new company or some brand new product. I picked that up at the Mountain Harbor Hostel, and they said that that meal item had just debuted at Trail Days, which was just a week ago, just last weekend. It was pretty good. It was just one of those like high density. It was just kind of like a consistency of just granola kind of stuff, but it was a lot of nuts based, I think. But it wasn't bad, so that was dinner. And then I just went ahead and signed off with a wave goodnight. And then today we'll probably go to the Boots Off Hostel, and it's just under 15 miles, I think. I think there's going to be one big up and down mountain today, otherwise the terrain should be pretty nice like it was yesterday. Also last night there was definitely some kind of large creature that encircled the camp. At some point around 1 in the morning, you could just hear it kind of crunching through, breaking branches and stuff. Then it would stop for a few minutes, then it would continue. But it's possible it could have been a bear. Unconfirmed though. It was just kind of weird hearing that thing creep around out there in the middle of the night. So the next issue I've got is I'm 3 days away from Damascus, which puts me into town on a Friday. And I want a zero there, so I want to spend Friday and Saturday, leave on Sunday. Problem is, it's Memorial Day weekend that weekend coming up. All the hotels are full, plus they're all charging double prices because it's Memorial Day weekend. There's a couple of hostels in town, but there's also church I found that's right in the middle of town that's donation based. They have strict rules like just no profanity and no alcohol and stuff on the premises, which is totally fine. So I might just wander over and check out the church option. They can get shower and stuff taken care of there and a place to sleep. So I think I might just do that. So maybe I'll just wander into town on that Friday and just stop straight into that church and see if they've got room. But I would have liked to have a nice private place, but that's just not going to happen. That's just not available. We got another snake on the trail. I've seen, this is like the same type as what I've seen before. It's just these small brown snakes. I guess he's gone in there, but non-poisonous. I've just been going super slow this morning. It's like, feels like it's 68 degrees, 100% humidity. The ground right now is very uneven, very broken up with rocks and roots. And I've probably had a total of about 3 hours of sleep the last 2 nights. I didn't get much sleep at all at Mountain Harbor. Their bed just wasn't very comfortable. And then last night, I could hear the mice scurrying around all day and potentially a bear circling the camp. One of the guys in a tent was snoring very loudly. I'm a light sleeper as it is anyway, so I just didn't get any sleep last night. So I'm just tired, moving very slow. It's very hot and humid. Old cabin on the side of the trail here. This area suddenly got super beautiful. Pond Mountain Wilderness. Cool. Beautiful area. Feels like the vibe of this whole area has just completely changed. This is totally different topography. Now I'm in like this rock canyon. Wow, I'm like in some kind of gorge right now. I was not expecting this today. Waterfalls. These stairs are kind of ridiculous. It's a good thing I'm not going back up these. Well, I think we're just about done with the water views and the water crossings. We got about 6 miles left till we get to the hostel. And it's gonna be like 3 miles up and 3 miles down. I don't know how steep, potentially, but it'll be long ups and downs. There is some crazy oppressive hot heat going on right here in this area. With the sun up, it's definitely in the 80s, 100% humidity, and you can just feel like a hot, it's like a hot hair dryer just kind of blowing off from somewhere. It's just kind of filling the space in this little tree canopy cover. Whew, never quite felt anything like this before. I finally made it to the top. We'll be starting the downhill here shortly. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. It took 2 hours to go 3 miles. That's kind of slow. It might be the same going down, though it should be easier unless it's like super rocky. So far, going down is way better than going up. I'm just going down at a nice and quick pace. Here's the first view of Watauga Lake. And we're done with that big descent. That was definitely better than the climb up. Seemed to go by okay. And currently heading towards Boots Off Hostel, just around the corner. Alright, and now I'm all checked in. Boots Off Hostel. They had availability for like the bunk room and cabins and everything, so I went ahead and got a little private cabin. I'll pan the camera around here in a second and show you all some of the amenities, but it's just a basic setup and it's got air conditioning, so it's perfect for what I need. I think a little bit later they're going to be a dinner shuttle run, and they said they'd do a breakfast run, and I think he said there was a McDonald's at the little town just outside here, a couple miles down the road, which means I'm going to do another breakfast McDonald's 3,000 calorie thing tomorrow morning. That's going to be awesome. So can't wait. I think I'm gonna go check out their little general store and just buy some snacks and something, maybe a beer, just to tide me over for another hour or so till the dinner shuttle takes off. Here's what the room layout looks like. There's a good size main bed. And then on top of that, there's an upper bunk bed, a smaller size mattress up there. AC up in the corner. And then we got like some free coffee and stuff there you can make up for yourself, but that's about it. It's a pretty small space. Alright, let's go get some snacks. An actual hostel?
Yeah.
Or a church? Or a hostel in a church?
I didn't read it that way, but let's see.
I mean, I know a Catholic church.
Here's some of the things I bought. We stopped at a local grocery store. I just needed a few more, like bars and stuff. I got more Ziploc baggies for garbage bags, re-up on my toilet paper, and a bear claw just because it looked awesome at the time. Probably snack on that later. This is my current rest of my food stash. A couple of dinners. Everything else is going to be like breakfast Pop-Tarts and some more bars and stuff for snacking throughout the day. So this is going to be 2.5 days worth of stuff that'll get me the rest of the way to Damascus. And I think I'll go ahead and sign off here for the night. Finish editing the rest of today's videos. We'll just call it an early night. I gotta get lots of rest. Definitely wore me out in the heat, but I feel fine now that things have cooled off a little bit, but it was kind of a rough day. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one when we finish the final push to Damascus.